Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Croaky's Lou live streams, where Croaky shows you guys a whole lot of not much while looking very bad. It is a rough day today, but the monitor seems to do as a pretty decent light source as long as my code editor is open here. See what happens when I open up something else. Yeah, still works pretty good. I could turn on the lamp, but as everybody can tell, I'm not doing so hot, I'm afraid. It's been a very rough holiday season for me. I was feeling, well, I guess I should just kind of go back to when things started to go crazy. Back in mid-December, I lost my job. They fired me right before I was supposed to get my Christmas bonus. A move that has left me feeling no shortage of salt, the more I think about it. And then, in addition to that, I also had this Santa game that I was trying to work on, but I didn't manage to get finished. And then I didn't expect to get me a new job until after the new year. But then I made one. I called around a couple of places. They were like, no, we're not hiring anymore. Or we're not hiring right now. Check after the new year. Which was kind of what I expected. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I make a phone call to a friend who's like, yeah, call this guy. I call the dude. In 10 minutes, I have a job. And the scheduling is all kinds of crazy and weird. As a result, I wasn't able to put the time and focus into this game that I was hoping to. And, shoot. 6. I wasn't able to put any time and attention into this game, so it didn't get done by Christmas time, like I was hoping it would. But, I mean, hey, good news is, I've got a year I can polish this thing up at least before I have to worry about throwing it out to the wolves. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the extra time I've gotten myself. It's unfortunate that it's going to come out a year later than after I had the idea, but I mean, it's better than some. But I mean, this is pretty much all that I have for a game right now. It's just, you know, I can walk back and forth. The animation works. Roman soldier patrols back and forth. Those animations work. More than that, I can't really do right now. And we have a giant house in the background. They're walking along the wall across the top of the doorways. Regardless. You gotta start somewhere. So I'm busy trying to set up the map. Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, like... I'm using this map sprite that I built. Shoot, I closed the folder. Okay, let's go back to here. So I made this map the last time I streamed the game. I made this big ol' map right here. And, I'm gonna... Basically, each pixel on this map is gonna be 10 pixels in the world, so it's just a real easy, just multiply everything on here by 10. But I need to place all the locations of the houses, where they start vertically, what directions they face, so I get width and height calculations appropriately. And then from there, I want to try and procedurally build each of these little streets and roads and things like that. I'm going to just focus on the horizontal ones first, and I can fill in the vertical ones later as I need to. I'm going to start with the horizontal ones and then eventually make the vertical roads for each of the so you can turn down any of these intersections to hide from the soldiers and things like that. I also have maybe a couple different house sprites I can work with now besides just this one bad one that I made. Yeah, just this one right here. This is the one that we have in the background. This is the one I'm currently just working off of with everything. But it doesn't. I have a couple others that I can work with, so I'll be replacing some of these houses on the map with ones of those, and it'll be maybe like a. I can kind of like maybe split the city. Like this area is like a wealthier side of town. It's more lit and there's fewer patrols, but the patrols can see you from further away. And like you get over here into this side of town and it's less well lit, but the patrols are a lot heavier because, you know, you're Saint Nicholas going through Rome, passing out presents under the cover of darkness during the rule of Emperor Diocletian. Yeah, Diocletian, who was one of the worst Roman emperors when it came to persecuting the Christian / Catholic believers of his time. Diocletian was really bad. His son-in-law, Galerius, who was one of the Caesars, which is kind of like a governor underneath him, he ran an even worse persecution himself in one of the other areas of Rome. So they are out to stop you at all costs. So, you know, I'm thinking like having, you know, if I can make like a poorer side of town, it would be like more poorly lit, so you have more hiding spaces, which are real easy to get to. There's a lot more houses, so there would be a lot more corners you can duck around and stuff like that and wait for the patrols to pass. Yeah, you know, just different things of that sort. Maybe try and add some complexity to things. And then, you know, over on the wealthier sides of town, you know, things are there's fewer patrols in that area, but the place is far more well lit up, and so it's a lot harder to find places to hide. Just different things like that to maybe just kind of help add to the running around and doing things. My son is playing Minecraft in the background, doing something with lots of witches, it sounds like. Hey, Michael!
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing in Minecraft? I don't know what he said. So I'm just busy. I'm busy just trying to get like the different rows of houses programmed in, just for the different the full length of the street. And then once I have all of these built into place, I can then use the information from this to then procedurally generate the actual sprites that will make up the background that scrolls along as you walk up and down these streets, or as the guards patrol up and down. The streets are going to be... The sprites can be procedurally built when you first load in the game, and that way I don't have to sit there and constantly, like, redo everything. So that would mean, like, if when I do start changing out what houses there are around here, it's not going to require me to go back through a whole bunch of different sprites and, like, scroll all the way across the entirety of this thing, because the width on this sprite is, it says right there, 1815. So it's 1,815 pixels in width right now. Multiply that by 10, that's going to be the full length of the world. Creating sprites like that is going to take up a huge amount of storage space. Of course, memory is not very much of a concern. Even the laptop I'm going to be storing this on is going to have several gigs of RAM to try and work with, and I'm going to optimize it for the laptop, because that means that my monster streaming rig here will have no issues. So yeah, I mean, it's... I'm not concerned about how much RAM is going to be used up by the sprites, because modern systems have a lot of RAM to use. We're not dealing with the 360 for the Xbox 360, for example, which few people I have spoken to ever realized. The Xbox 360 had 256 megabytes of RAM, which when it came out was underpowered for a gaming system. A gaming PC at the time, even a low-end gaming PC, still had 512. My first gaming system that I put together when I left home had 2 gig. So RAM's just not a concern, but as long as I'm like dynamically generating the different sprites needed to run the different streets, or to create the different backgrounds, then it will help keep any further work I'm going to have to do down quite a bit. And I'm going for anything that'll save me time and effort, because my energy levels are erratic at the best of times. South, so the next one's going to be east. Place 1156 121, and this one's going to be facing north. North we have west. Just realized I need to move this, so I'm just gonna fix this now before it can bug me. Go. And now I just need to shut up and type. Oh, south. Fourteen, 15, 136, not 63. Dyslexic brain. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, brain. Work with me here. No, 530, 121. North. Sure, we'll go with north. No, I can't go with north because Raiders. Final house on row 2. 616, 66. And 3, 6. And this one would... It's west. Let's just verify. Yep, it faces to the west. That's the end of row 2. Let's go row 3. I'm sure that there is a much faster, more systemic way of being able to do all of this, but I haven't been able to think of one, and I have been too sick to do a lot of experimenting, and I'm just doing it by hand. And if a systemic way of doing something comes out that Excel hasn't been able to show me... Oh, yeah, how do you guys like the numbers I drew on all of my houses? Looks great, yeah? I think so too. I might do some more drawing on my houses in a minute. Alright. This sprite will not be used in-game. I'm considering not even leaving it in the folder once it's done. 130, 2, 33, 4. This is if you want to create your own custom font, I'm told this is apparently how you do it. You have to draw all your individual characters, and then you just chop the sprite up into little bitty pieces. And attach a script to point the graphics indicator at the specific part of your sprite sheet based off of the the ASCII Unicode table values. Yay, a great looking 5. 6 there. Put a 3 there. 7. Try and see if I can make a decent 8 this time. Not too bad once I actually put a little bit of conscious effort into it. And then I think it's not this street, but I think, yeah, these next couple of streets were like completely identical. I just copied the whole thing and just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Done, and then just did that one. It's just something to try and like just mix up the look of each individual street a little bit, so you kind of had an idea as to where you were on the map. Because I will be using this sprite in the game. It's going to be just a little square in the upper right corner of the screen, kind of up around over here. And it's just, you know, just to be a mini-map. But that's apparently how you do mini-maps, is you have to make a sprite of your landscape. And you just trim out a little piece of it based off of where your character's at. Just render it in the upper right. So that's what I intend to do. That does not look much like a 5, but it's good enough for this. Alright. Alright, now I, the great Professor Croaky, start laying out row 3. So it starts at 10 to 34, the southern facing house. Okay. House array number 34. 2, let's see, 10, 2, 3, 4. Facing south. Now, the reason why I was able to just blast through row 2 so quickly, this one's going to take significantly longer. It's going to take like row 1 did. For row 1, I was constantly jumping back and forth between the map sprite and the code window, like just double checking values the whole time, and like constantly just cross-checking things. Just because, because I needed to make sure I had my coordinates all lined up correctly, because eventually all these will be multiplied by 10, and sprites will be generated based off of that. Turn up the music a little. Oh. Oh man. It's still technically Christmas, by the way. It is Epiphany. So it's the last day of Christmas. Last day of the Christmas season. And so as a result, it's still okay to listen to Christmas music one more day. This one also faces to the south. Now this one faces to the east. 203, 249. Whoops. 203, 249, east. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, okay, wait, but I'm currently placing house number 37, so why on my map am I checking house number 38? Well, it's because on my map, I started off all my houses at number 1, but in computer, arrays start with the number 0, so you're just always down 1. Not a big deal, just have to remember that. 314234. This one faces north. Homeward Bound Soul. Is this I don't know if this is like an original song or what. I don't recognize it as like a traditional hymn, or as a typical carol or something, but I would love to hear any words, because that's a beautiful song. It's a very beautiful song. Four 10 2 4. This is west. Five two one two three. faces south. This next one is going to face to the east. So faces to the east, it's 6172. Thanks to you wondrous viewers out there who have come to, thanks for coming to hang out, Lifecrafter, and suffer with me. I don't have much of a voice, as you can tell. I also have no energy, which is why I'm not playing an actual game. Seven, 2, 8, 2, 3, 4. This is a lot of... This is what game development is. If anybody ever wanted to get into something like this, it's just a lot of typing. Eight, 2, 4, 2. That one is to the east. So 41. 41 faces north. This one faces east. Okay, next one faces south. Nine, 3, 5. Which direction does this one face again? South. I need to look up some more albums from OC Remix just because this stuff is really relaxing. This is really nice. This is facing east. 1238. How many houses is this again? Oh, I have 118 of these things I have to get through. We're not even halfway done yet. Ooh. Yep. It's an eventful stream. Bossmas mix. That makes sense. The fact that it's a boss. This does sound like, you know, some kind of like a Kirby boss, maybe. info on this one again. 1349,234. And south. One 442 south. Four. I guess if there was a systemic way of doing this, I would have had to have followed a pattern when I was placing the house sprites. And I didn't. Just because I wanted, since it was all going to be one house sprite originally, it was all going to be just originally one house sprite. I wanted to try and give each road a degree of unique feeling on it. Okay, 40, 13, 14. 49, 1450. Wait, what? 1444, 53. 1540 facing south. Good thing. Last house is 1636 to 1636 for facing 1636 234 facing east. All right, that's row 3 done. Let's keep plugging away. How about it? So we're at 51 over there, so 250. Do 2 5s. This is gonna be bad. Ah. If you want to know how bad my motor control skills are routinely, just check out this. This is why I'm no good at StarCraft. Why getting into bronze in League of Legends recently is considered a major achievement for me. Oh, that hurt. Oh, my head, that hurt. Wow. Oh. It's okay, just listen to the music. It's all good. It's all good. Just focus on the music and relax, you don't ignore the fact I just nearly blew your ears out. Mouse hand needs a break for a minute. Like when I was trying to do Bennett Foddy. All the little mouse movements really made my hand hurt. Really wanted to get to the top. I really wanted to see what was at the top of the map. So there's loads of things in the game that say, you know, if you're streaming, don't show it off. This is only for those who've climbed. Alright, well, we're up to 99 of 118. I think I'll be able to figure my way out through the rest of them. Relatively blind. We're up to 52. Ooh. 2. Ten, 3, 5. Is it? 3, 4, 5. Easy to remember. Okay, so this one actually will line up with the next few up top. So we just do 106, 5 north. Three. Two, 3, 4, 3, 3, 5 south. 0, 3. Oops. Undo. Oh. It's 3. 299, 3, 4, 5. Shoot, I can't remember what it was. Why am my brain like this? 299. Or 10 north. Right hand, not happy. Six. Yeah. 6 east. Go 6 east. Let's start the music back up. $6.17. $6.07, did I say? 617. South. $713. I'm not mistyping for the camera, by the way, folks. It literally stays this bad all the time for me, so I've tried breaking the habits, but they don't die, so I just deal. 824 360 east. 824 360 east. Scroll down to the next set. 935 45 north. So 935 45. It's 935 45 north. I just realized how many infomercial voices I sound like. Dude sounds like he ate an entire bag of gravel before going into the studio to record. 1031 360 west. 1031 360 west. $631 1132 1142 345 south. $1238 360. What was the direction? East. $1349. $14.4 5. Six. for 67. The final set. Set. 2, 1540 and 1540, 345. $16.36, 345 west. Right, next house. Ten 456 south. Probably gonna be 106, 456, also south, because I saw all of those houses south. Yep. Okay, so that one was. It was 106. Rope? Yeah, 106. Cool. Okay. I can apply the same thing to the next house. It's 203. I initially considered, like, could I do this in some kind of for loop or something like that, but calculating in how the directions that the houses have to face individually and everything like that, I might as well just code everything in by hand, because I'm gonna have to do it anyway. Yeah, we're up to 72. So this one is gonna be at 297. 456 west. Work text, had to take care of that real quick. And the entire city, it seems like, has been coming down with whatever this post-holiday plague was. Somebody send me back. Oh, send me okie dokie. $408, 456 Earth. $504, 456. Got to say which direction. East. 615, 456. 615, 456 south. Seven 11, 456 west. Eight 22, 471 east. 822, 471 east. Trying to move as quick as I can here. We're past halfway, so we're doing good. Doing good. We're up to 78 on 933, 456. This one. One 1029, 471 west. 029, 471 west. $11.40, 456 south. At 1140 or 1146? 1140, 456. Pointing to the south. $12.36, 471. 12.46. 12.36, 471 east. Double check those numbers. 12.36. Is 471. It matches up with a bunch of the other ones that. So. Number 2. Bottom. 1347. 456 north. Michael, time's up. $14.44, 456 south. 1540, 456 south. Five 1636, 456. 1636, 456 east. Row 6, which looks to be basically the looks like it's an exact mirror of this row 5. It's not an exact mirror, it's been flipped. Well, so much for this being the easy part. Let's dig in and start typing. I was hoping I could copy paste maybe a couple of these lines, but nope. Happening now. I'm going for... I started the stream at 3:30. How come it says I've only been going for an hour? Well, the OBS timers seems to be glitching out a lot. Oh, I've been longer for the on live longer than that. Fairly certain I have been. Well, my clocks are saying I should be coming up on an hour and a half. I don't know why a Twitch timer and OBS, even the OBS session thing. Seems long. Okay. 10,567. I'm gonna say this 106, 67, north as well. .203, oops, 203, 567 north. See if I got my numbers right. 106, yep. 203. Oh, 2001. Change those. 1 and this one to 201. We'll just move on to the next 3. Good enough for now. Anything turns out to be really, really wonky or weird, I can always fix it later. 297,582 west. .408,567 south. 504, 582. Six 1 5 5 6 7 north. Getting so close to the end of this. Getting exciting. 711 582. 711 711 582. 822 567 south. Nine 18 567 west. Ten 29 567 north. Eleven 25 567 east. 1120 1125 567 east. Almost to the end of running out where I ran out of numbers, which is further than I thought I was gonna get. Definitely have burned out if I was not doing this on a stream. For keeping me focused. OBS, there is something wrong with your timer. Even Twitch is saying you're. I've been live for almost an hour and a half now, or thereabouts. I guess I did get started maybe a little late. 1236 567 south. It's just a love how my voice sounds right. Sounds so tough. 1332 567. Got to say the west. Broken house 100. We have broken 100. Here we go. 1444 567. $15.40 567. 1. Should be the last one on row 6. Yeah, it is. Cool. 1636, 567 west. 1636, 567 west. Let's go down to this last lineup. These are only going to face east, west, east, west, east, west, east, west. So it's going to be 10, 678 east. And 120 west. $230 east. $340 west. Okay, is there a pattern here? 110 pixels with the rotating east-west pattern to it. So then let's just check the number of how it's row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. 16 of them. So let's just do this real. So we currently have up to 105. Our number goes up to 117. So we're starting at 145 here. 17 minus 5 is 12. So let's just go up until the line counter here says 157. Let's just do this. There we go. Now we go here. We just add 11. Add 11. Add 11. Add 11. This feels very nice to be able to do. We add 11 to this one, which is not so immediately straightforward. 10. So 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. And 111. Then 122. 33. 44. 45. No, 55. 66. 177. Now, change all these numbers to the appropriate ones. Right, and now let's just copy this. Now let's paste here, paste here, that one. Actually, that one's outside the bounds of the array. We need to get rid of that so it doesn't. Now let's check our numbers. Check your numbers. 1666, 1555. Dude, okay, I yeah, the spacing messed up at some point, I guess. Oh yeah, right here it started 1, 2, 4, and then on the 5th house the spacing enlarged, so 451. Here it's 561. So let's find that one. 450, 51, 61. 61. This one's 672. Spacing got all weird. I was gonna try and figure out if I could do like a pixel analysis program and just like figure out how to set all this up like programmatically, but far too much effort to dig through the actual hexadecimal values for every single pixel on this. Oh, thank you. 782. 892? Yep. 92 and 1002. Just have to mess up my calculations, don't I? Well, I need to really throw myself off by putting something at 8,000 rather than 890 rather than 800. It's 1002. 1113. And this one was 1222. Oh no, 1223. $13.34. And then $14.44. Yeah. $14.44. $15.55. $15.55. Yeah. $16.66. So 4, 5, 6. Oh, we did it. That is our map sprite now programmed, or the location for all of our houses based off of the map sprite, programmed into a game. Yippee! Yay! Wee! Okay. I have the 4 sprites. Give them the 4 sprites. Okay. Let's just say set up sprites. And then render coordinates. What do I do with render coordinates? Those can be derived from this. So I don't need to worry about that. Oh, you can't see it because it fell down, but I'm gonna be putting this guy back up come Thursday. Because, yeah, the expansion drops then. And, this thing's definitely not gonna be laying on the floor for that. I'm also gonna be going crazy with the streams at that point, because I don't want any of the story missions of Iceborne to go unseen. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to work like crazy if I don't want to have to work on Saturday again. The only Saturday I haven't worked while working for this company thus far was literally last Saturday when I was sick as a dog. Okay. So we just say less than 4 I plus plus right I equals there. There. Alright. It's not in the main anymore. It's in the world class. Alright. So there's that. Okay, so now I'll set up houses. Right, so I've got 4 sprites. You know what, I'll just do it in here. I'll just say, textures, okay, so 0 equals, let's do it from the top. We'll just say house front. House, what's the next one? Back. Oh, right, because they're private to the function. Let's move these out. So class here. I'll just stick them right there. We'll keep them private for now. I mean, everything's going to be a subclass of this anyway, so it won't matter. At least it shouldn't matter much. House left. His house right. There we go. It's that. And, 0, I is less than 118. From an I, house, I dot, set up sprites. House, sprite, package. I think that'll work. There's only one way to know, though. Start off. Actually, let's not even put that in here. Let's just put this up here in the constructor. There, so that way they're all null. And then, yeah, well then, check here if to null. The console out. Of sprite without the number. Go. And let's hit go. See what happens. Well, nothing bad was said. And it loaded real quick, too, so, you know. Good news there. Not even having to find a silver lining about that. Anybody else come to join us? Nope, it's just you and me, Life Crafter. Okay. We can be here together. Okay. Close that. All right. So we've got that going. That done. Next thing we need to do in the building is shucks. I didn't. I've got some other things I have to factor in here real quick. You're going down. If we're walking down, we'll say Street 1, which is on the top of the north row. Yeah, up here on row 1. Going down row 1, And you're facing... How do I tell which direction the camera should face? I guess just to make things simple, I always make the camera face south. Just to make things... Actually, let's do this. Okay, we've already got we've got the directions set up. So camera. Set up a camera. And just give the camera a direction. So at the here, after all this, set the camera's location. So camera X equals we'll just start by looking up in trying to think how I need a map I would need two cameras. I need a map camera and I need the world camera. So let's make the two of them. So let's just delete this, 'cause that's too simple. So not a pointer. Just need a rectangle. Map cam and world cam, and then world cam direction. And by default in here, we'll just set world cam direction south. Got the enumerators included in here somewhere. We'll just include it. Safe. There. That way, in case anything happens weird or the compiler decides to be cantankerous about something, we're covered. Discord's having all the excitement. Ooh. Oh, Alpha's live streaming League of Legends on Discord. I'm a part of that group, but I'm not really interested in watching that right now. But I'll be finishing up here in a few minutes, though. So, let's start the music. It's fun music. It's fun. Okay. So then, map cam. We gotta go down here. We gotta set up the map camera. I'll put it right here. Map cam equals mapcam.x equals 0. Mapcam.w equals 10% of 10%'s a lot. 10th is a lot. So I'll go with a 20th. So we'll say 64 by 36. So this one will be 64. There we go. That's 10% cut in half. So we're at 5%. So that way it should hopefully just be this little area up here. That's going to be where it's trimmed to. And the map camera is going to trim the map sprite down. Hopefully. I'll figure it out. I'm overthinking stuff. So then world cam.x equals mapcam.x times 20. No, wait. Should it be? Yeah. Yeah. It's 20. And then it's going to be the size of the window. So then we go window pointer operator. Is that right? Window, or is it screen? This is going to tell us, okay, we used to be able to grab the width of the window. Oh well, we'll just say 1280. And 720. All right. Okay, so then now we come to the building. Glass. Place it. 10 times the map coordinates. What world is the? Oh wait, because I'm replacing everything and then I'm sizing where they are. Right, bump it up to 930, 930, and then the 1080, 1080 to the 1080. Yeah, it should keep everything the same. Unless it makes the buildings 10 times wider than they're supposed to be. Well, no, because they're shrunk down to 1/10 of their size on the map, so it shouldn't be an issue. And then let's do which this is, I think this function would only probably be called once. Okay. Then we have the screen, and then we also have to have yeah, short past cam direction MDIR. Okay, so if it is north, okay, and then okay, I need to think through some stuff here. I have some stuff kind of knocking at the doorway to my brain, but I am busting to go to the bathroom. But it has also been, it is also 5:30, and of course I have very little voice, so I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you all very much for watching. We've made a lot of good progress today, and thank you all for watching. Thank you for putting up with Professor Croaky Teaches Code. We might come back to this later. Hopefully when I'm not so croaky. But thank you all for watching. And I will see you all on Thursday when Monster Hunter Iceborne launches as soon as I am able to. Thank you all for watching. Have a good evening. Goodbye.